ratings credit agency. I like the way you do business. Please come and join us again. We appreciate it.
Will do. Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome. He just testified before the Senate about this. He thinks some of the ideas are completely wrong. So let's bring in the group here and talk about how they think the system could actually be fixed. Peter Schiff, you know, you buy research, but you've got it on. Is it in-house? How do you get the research on your stocks, which are now up 39, 50%?
Well, I mean, the stocks, all the stocks vary. You're looking at, and I asked, your screener asked me for some stocks that had ADRs. I think most of those stocks were just some
Those
names.
are American Depository Receipts. They're foreign companies that trade here.
That people could buy. But I mean, stocks this year, I mean, many stocks are up 200% and 300%. I mean, you know, some stocks are up less than that.
Where do you get your research?
But now we're doing our own research. I have five analysts that I employ right now, and we do research. We study companies. The analysts go and visit the countries. They look at, they talk to the management of the companies.
What was the problem here?
Well, with what?
With the ratings agencies.
Well, look,
that's what we're talking about.
Going back to the rating agencies, I mean, first of all, I mean, to have the companies that are underwriting the securities paying the rating agencies, that was an inherent conflict of interest. But I think a lot of people, including the clients, were looking the other way. I mean, I pointed out real time in 2005 and 2006 that the ratings were bogus, that a lot of this AAA rated paper should have been rated, you know, junk. It should have been rated F. I knew there was a 100% probability of default. And if I could figure it out without any analysts at my disposal, without any information, everybody had to know that these securities and these ratings were bogus, but they were buying them anyway because in the short run, it paid off.
Okay, we've got the stocks you need to keep your eye on. Very much. What is everybody watching right now? Peter Schiff, you take it first.
Well, I'm still watching the dollar. I'm watching the bond market. You know, the dollar is weakening. That's going to take its toll on the bond market. Also watching commodities, watching oil prices. I expect oil to move a lot higher. I wouldn't be surprised if it hit $100 a barrel by the end of the year, if the dollar does what I think it's going to do. So people have to pay attention to what's going on in those markets and don't be distracted by, you know, nominal gains in the Dow.
We have a question for Peter Schiff, Shibani, and Chris, because I've been hearing the rumors. I know you have too. Let's show the campaign button. Is this on the street? Schiff for Senate?
Where'd you get that picture?
Are you running for Senate? Are you going to announce your candidacy for Senate?
Well, you know that I might. I mean, we've been talking about this. I'm seriously considering running. I have a website, shiftforsenate.com.
Is that yours?
Yeah, it's my exploratory committee.
Okay.
So I am definitely looking into it.
Would you run as a Republican, an independent?
Well, what my intention would be to run as a Republican. So first I'd have to get the Republican nomination. There's 3 people already in the race. But, you know, Chris Dodd is the incumbent, and we certainly want to get rid of Chris Dodd, but simply replacing him with another Republican politician isn't going to be much of an improvement. What we really need to do is change Washington. I mean, right now, everything that they're doing is wrong. I mean, they're doing the exact opposite of what they need to be doing.
I got to tell you, the markets, Shibani and Chris, don't seem to be saying that right now. They have come way off their lows of March 4th. What are you watching, Shibani?
Well, I'm watching a small group of financial-related companies, asset managers, private equity firms, hedge fund companies. We're actually seeing pretty decent results out of this group. Fortress narrowed its losses. Blackstone is out tomorrow. American Capital, the obvious notable exception, didn't come out with great numbers, but this is a pretty strong group today.
Chris Cotter.
Now I'm watching Procter & Gamble. Disappointed with earnings a little bit this morning. Stock's been under pressure all day. But on the same day they disappointed with earnings, they announced a big deal with the NFL. They became one of the league's 21 major marketing partners. Now P&G spends about $8 billion a year globally on ad spending, but not a whole lot in terms of, you know, the sponsorship. So they're going to become the official locker room products of the NFL. They can slap that NFL logo on Old Spice and Charmin if they want, you know?
Well, so Chris, you know, his name doesn't really rhyme with anything. Schiff. It's not like I like Ike.
All I got to say, it doesn't have to rhyme with anything. Just put that glamour shot that he had on that button. That's a sell right there, Mr. Schiff.
We should get your high school.
Get a better. What is that picture?
I love it. Look at that right there.
You know what? I have his high school. I have your high school yearbook.
You got to stop acknowledging your age. I mean, you're going to lose some fans here.
Never.
I got a lot more gray hairs than you.
Standing next to me. All right, Peter Schiff. We'll wait to hear whether he announces his Senate candidacy. Closing bell ringing in 21 minutes. With energy prices back on the rise. I mean, you've watched them just over the past couple of weeks. Is it solar's time to shine? A Fox Business exclusive. A new kind of solar power technology unveiled today. We'll speak live with eSolar's CEO next, right here on Countdown to the Closing Bell.
walking